Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Leonard and welcome back to Season 3 of the Love Doesn't Hurt podcast, where we provide domestic violence education, empower survivors, and promote living resiliently. It has been quite a while, so I do have a few updates for you all on my life. First, I won a local title with the Miss America organization. So I am Miss Randolph County 2024, and I will be going on to compete for Miss North Carolina in June. I also finished my fall semester of senior year of college and only have one more left before I graduate with my bachelor's degree. I needed some time off to kind of get my life together with these two big changes coming up in my life, but we are back up and running for the 2024 season. As we are exiting the holiday season, today I wanted to talk about how domestic violence changes during this time of year. But before we jump into that, please subscribe and follow the podcast on whatever streaming platform you use, and give the podcast a like or a 5-star rating if you would like to support the mission of Love Doesn't Hurt. With that being said, let's get into the episode. Even the most wonderful time of the year is dangerous and hard for some people. There is an increase in incidents of domestic violence during the holiday season. This can often cause shelters and agencies to become overwhelmed due to the influx of individuals seeking help for their situations. There are still resources out there, they just become spread thin this time of year. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime, and this results in 1 in 15 children experiencing domestic violence in their homes, with the vast majority being eyewitnesses to this violence. I can attest to the increased number of incidents during the holiday season, as I saw it in my home growing up. Nearly every holiday, honestly, no matter the time of year, there was some sort of argument or violence. I never really understood why that was, but I could feel the anxiety building in my body every Christmas, birthday, or other holiday, knowing that something was probably going to go down. With a little bit of research, I now understand why this phenomenon may occur, so let's jump into what can cause incidents of domestic violence to increase around the holidays. The first reason the incidence of domestic violence may increase during the holiday season is that we spend more time at home, isolated with our families. This means that victims and perpetrators are condensed into the same space for longer periods of time, which makes it more likely for domestic violence to happen. Spending more time at home also makes it more difficult for victims to leave and get help. If their partner is home watching their every move, they can't go to a shelter or seek agency services easily. This also makes safety planning more difficult, as there is less time for victims to gather what they need to leave their relationship and plan how they will leave with others. Another reason domestic violence increases during the holidays is because of the financial burden of gift giving. Many of us spend way more than we intend to during the holidays to give our loved ones gifts, but this can drain savings a victim may have been keeping to safely leave their partner. Money is one of the biggest barriers to leaving a domestically violent relationship, so gift giving can just exacerbate this issue, making it more financially difficult for victims to leave. Domestic violence also increases during the holidays because of the increase in alcohol consumption many people experience. Many people who struggle with substance abuse take advantage of this time to indulge. Approximately half of domestically violent incidents involve the perpetrator using substances immediately beforehand, and over 90% involve substances being used at some point within 24 hours prior to the incident. Another reason domestic violence increases around the holidays is because of the stress we can experience during this time. This may be caused by finances, difficult family dynamics, substance abuse, and pressure to put on a perfect image. These can all exacerbate one another, increasing tensions in the home. Many victims feel ashamed of what they are going through and are experiencing more violence during a time that is intended for celebration and relaxation. This is sad to see, as you should never be ashamed of your experiences. You are incredibly strong for enduring all of life's challenges, and if you are experiencing domestic violence this holiday season, I understand what you're going through, and I believe you can get through it. So now that we understand why there are more incidents of domestic violence during the holidays, let's get into how someone experiencing it can stay safe. One way survivors can stay safe is by communicating with others. Check in with a friend or family member every so often, or plan safe times to keep them updated on how things are going. You may even want to plan a code word so the trusted person knows if something is wrong without tipping off the perpetrator. It is also important to plan for physical and emotional safety, as the holidays often involve traveling and being in a close space with perpetrators. To protect your emotional safety while traveling, bring activities that ground you and bring you peace. This may look like bringing a book to read, downloading your favorite music and packing headphones, or doing something with your hands like knitting. It is important to incorporate self-care tactics like meditation or journaling to protect your emotional safety. To protect your physical safety, plan for things like safe and affordable healthcare options, keeping important documents and extra cash with you if it is safe to do so, and know if there are any shelters or hotline numbers in the area you will be traveling in. You may also want to think of ways to get away from the perpetrator to create space, like helping a friend decorate, doing some shopping for gifts, or going for a walk with a family member. So that is why domestic violence increases during the holidays and how we can stay safe. It is my goal with the Love Doesn't Hurt podcast to create a community of survivors and a greater community that is more knowledgeable about domestic violence, so we can not only help those who have experienced domestic violence survive, but thrive. Love Doesn't Hurt aims to be another resource people can use to understand their experiences, get help, and know they're not alone. If you need immediate help, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or text START in all capital letters to 88788. You can also visit their website, thehotline.org, for more information. If you enjoyed this episode or learned something new, please be sure to subscribe so you never miss a new episode. If you would like to support the podcast, I would really appreciate you giving it a 5-star rating wherever you listen. Also, be sure to follow Love Doesn't Hurt on Instagram and Facebook at Love Doesn't Hurt Pod. With that being said, thank you so much for listening to the Love Doesn't Hurt podcast. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, spread love everywhere you go.